How y'all doing? Got another video. We're going to do a reaction video today to another one of my favorite content creators. I know every time I react to one of the videos, I tell you this is one of my favorite content creators. Reason that is because I'm only going to react to the content creators that I really resonate with. Otherwise, why would I be worried about their shit? So anyway, this is Odins Men. Older white dude, literally up there with the Hodge twins for me as far as my most watched content creators. He's great, common sense, basic shit. He's really not saying anything super out of the ordinary, just like I'm not saying anything super out of the ordinary or anybody else that I watch. It's all basically common sense shit. But what makes his content appealing is the way he delivers it, commonsensically. Anyway, he did this video today. I thought it was interesting. I think YouTube demonetized him. He does some live streams now, and I think he's just trying to get traffic for Rumble and Locals. So I'm going to put his Rumbles. I'm not on Locals, not yet anyway. So I'm going to put his Rumble and his YouTube link in the description of my videos. Definitely worth checking out. Yeah. So here we go. Let's hear what he's on today. The title of his video is "I was mispronounced at my theater job. Urgh. James, they, she." I hope I get to Odins Men video, because now that they, she just got me thinking. Listen, bro. He, him, she, her, they, them. Okay, they got the they, them. But now, you got to break that shit down to they, she, they, he, them, she. Maybe I'm just not smart enough.
Some of you may have noticed that I have not been posting all that much on TikTok lately. Do miss you guys, and I'm trying to figure out a way to come back that feels really good for me. There was a point...
You can only imagine the trolls here. I know the answer is stunning and brave, but she, they. That's the pronouns.
Okay, so this is Odins Men. If you watch my type of content and you've stumbled across my channel, then you've probably stumbled across his too. So I know you already know. But anyway, she, they. See it? It's up. Oh, wait a second here. What the fuck's going on? Okay. She, they. You see it up there?
Got it.
With the hatred and the trolls, where I just realized what I was initially getting out of the platform, love and support and community, I wasn't able to get that in the same way. I think I'm going to change my approach a little bit, try to come back on my own terms so that I can continue sharing my journey with you.
Not sure what coming out on your own terms means to the rest of us humans here, but TikTok, the left is starting to eat the left. Like blue on blue word violence.
And stay connected with the people who do love and support me.
Straight people, stop scrolling. Watch my video.
Okay, stop. He said straight people. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. This person said to stop and watch the video. I'm glad that we're going to stop and watch it, because it seems that he's pretty emotional. In fact, I'm not going to lie to you. I've already watched this video. He's pretty fucking emotional. I made some notes on his emotion. So, let's go.
Please, if you have an LGBTQ person in your family or near you, or you work with, or someone you know is LGBTQ, please help us.
I don't know anybody who's LGBTQ. I know some gay fellas and lesbians, but not LGBTQ. They don't go for the rainbow cover.
Please stop letting your family dictate that they hate queer people. Please stop letting that go unchecked. The world is getting...
These people live in a bubble of their own doing. Nobody hates LGBTQ people.
Where's this
kind of sick of the indoctrination and propaganda nonstop. But average person you meet on the street who's gay, you just don't really care. Sorry, not sorry.
More and more hateful, and it is getting spurred on by vicious lies against us. If somebody tells you a fact about the queer community sexualizing children, why are you believing them over the queer person?
Well, because we've seen it. The drag queen story out, right? We've seen Johnsons falling out with small children tipping them near their anus.
Come on.
So that's why we believe it.
Right.
Because we've seen it.
Fucking
sorry.
Person who is standing next to you. I don't care about children. I want to live my life. I want to be able to not be bullied walking outside. I want to be able to go to work and not be called slurs.
You know that's true in 2023. I grew up in the 80s, right? I was a teenager when the AIDS epidemic was full bore. I don't remember any slurs. Now, we'd say the F word to each other, jokingly. But if there was a gay kid, could it have happened? Sure. Does it happen in 2023? I don't think so. Good try.
Yeah, where is this going on at? In what part of America is there this overboiling hatred for the LGBTQ community where you can't be gay and walk outside without being hurled at with slurs? Where is that happening at? Because I guarantee if you go to the most red states, the most down south red states, Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, Georgia, Alabama, shit like that, it's not even happening there. Are there going to be one-offs where shit is going on that is some fucking bullshit, where people are saying some nasty, mean, hateful shit? Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen with the gay community. It's going to happen with the transgender community. It's going to happen with the black community. It's going to happen with every community, even the white community. It just don't count. You're allowed to be nasty to the white people, and nobody gives a fuck. So, but it happens everywhere. So, this guy, or is this the they, she? I can't keep up. Okay, anyway, we'll just keep listening. Looks so sad.
I want my trans friends to be able to seek the care that stops them from committing suicide. I want kids.
Don't think that's fixable, is it? The stats have shown before and after there's no difference. So, saying that, what care would that be? What do we do?
That's absolutely the case. Studies are pouring in more and more where we're looking at the unalive rate of trans individuals pre-gender affirming medical care and post-gender affirming medical care. And the numbers are, I'm going to give y'all some leeway here and say they're about equal. But the reality of it is, it's actually an uptick. There's an uptick for the people that have had the gender affirming care as far as self-harm. But y'all will say that this is life-saving. It might be life-saving in some cases. But in some more cases, it's not.
To help you, your trans friends.
To have the ability to go through high school, not hoping day after day that someone will save them.
Yeah.
Not thinking day after day that they don't deserve to be there. That there's something inherently wrong with them. That it would be easier for them to...
Well, there's something inherently different, right? We could agree.
This guy can't be, he's in his 20s, mid 22, 24, 25 maybe. This has been a liberal country for a long time. Where was he going that he was under this constant barrage? Even if this was happening in some regard, there were plenty of stops in place. Where was this happening? Where was this happening? Because the victim mentality is real, man. That's what I'll say. Victimhood is real, and the people that play victim are the best at it. Some people that are victims don't even know that they're playing the victim. They just really think they are the victim. That's how good their victim mentality is.
Agree to that. Something inherently different with people like this. Now, doesn't mean you don't like them. They're different. Just like if you have red hair, you're tall, you're fat. Get over it. Move on.
To be dead than to be alive and fighting for who they are. I lived through elementary school and high school as a queer student. I can tell you the hell that it was.
Don't believe it, man. Just
neither.
don't believe it. 2023. Growing up, people pick on you no matter what your thing is. So if you're a flamboyant gay man, you may get picked on because of that. Well,
I'm not just nonchalantly blowing off and saying I don't believe it. I have 2 daughters, one in high school and one in elementary school. The same places that this individual just spoke of. They skipped middle school. I guess it was okay for them in middle school. Or not bad enough to mention. But I have a daughter in elementary school. I have a daughter in high school. And you know what? In both of those schools, there is an overwhelmingly large LGBTQ community. Not just the ones that actually identify somewhere in the LGBTQ community, but the allies, the teachers, the administration, the school board. I got videos now. Go to I highlight Grassroots, which is, he's got these videos where it's just the parents talking to the school board, basically saying, how the fuck can you be doing this in our schools type of shit with this radical sexual ideology that is just off the chain. We don't teach heterosexual ideology like that, but somehow or another, it's okay to teach LGBTQ sexual ideology in pornographic terms. Look at some of the books. I'm not just blowing smoke. I'm not a blow smoke up a person's ass type of a dude. This shit is real, and it is happening. This guy says that it was terrible. I want to know where it was terrible, because my daughter's high school has a overly accepting LGBTQ community. She has transgender students participating in women's sports. Accepted. My other daughter's elementary school is even more accepting of the LGBTQ agenda. They had a Pride Month to end all Pride Months. So where's this happening at? Where these schools are persecuting these LGBTQ children? These elementary and these high school children. Where is it happening at?
Let's just say you got red hair, or you're really fat. People pick on you because of that. Kids pick on each other. That's how it works. Society does too. They just don't do it to your face. They just screw you, cancel you, ban you. That's where that goes.
Trigger warning, because this is going to get a bit vivid. I ended up having to go into therapy because I had myself. For years of my high school experience, I thought it was better to take out my anger and frustrations on myself. I was hiding in the closet because I thought I was going to get from the people who called me F-slurs on the...
We believe that from a 24-year-old. Do you really think that's true? Today's world? You think you grew up in a place that would be tolerated by the administration, the school, the community? Come on now, man.
Bus.
Come
the
on,
person
man.
who walked on the bus one day and started yelling to the entire bus that I had a mangina did not stop bullying me on the bus when I stood up to him.
Again, this is part of growing up.
Right.
I tell adults they have a mangina. Got other dudes, and we're gay. This guy doesn't understand. That's just growing up. They're going to find something to pick on you about. That happened to be it, and you're internalizing this, making it up. These people don't care. That is growing up.
I went home and I got personal messages from him online telling me that I should go myself. And the worst part about this whole thing is that I believed that that is true.
Okay. This person here just described, and I feel bad. Anybody that gets bullied, I'm not down with bullying. I got bullied. I get it. It sucks. It's not cool. Bullies are punks. But this person is describing one individual that made fun of them on the bus, that called them names every day on the bus, that took that shit to a further level online outside of school and continued to bully and call them names there. They're not talking about an entire group. They're not talking about an entire school. They're not talking about an entire team or an entire anything. One person, and while that sucks, which one of you that's been through elementary and high school hasn't had that one person that made fun of you, that called you ugly, or called you fat, or called you stupid, or called you gay, or called you anything like that? Whether you went to school in the new millennium, the last millennium, or goddammit, the millennium before that. When has it ever happened that a child doesn't go through school and have that one person who's fucking with them at some point?
And I should. And it's because of the people who did not stand up for me. The people who did not...
I don't mean to keep interrupting, but it's videos like this that make me worry that the next generation and the generation after this, that America will not have a standing military to defend ourselves against outward threats. These are the fighting force. This is what we got.
Not go to my aid.
You know what? You gotta fend for yourself. It's time to grow up, young man. You gotta fend for your fucking self. That is the world we live in. Yeah, you want people to be kind, but they don't care about you, man. Your parents do. After that, it's way down on the list of people giving a shit. They care more about them getting Taco Bell lunch than they care about you. That's the problem with this generation right here. They think everyone should care about them. They think media cares about them. Big government, AOC. No, they don't care. Sorry, not sorry.
Try and help me. And I didn't reach out for help because I didn't think that help would come to me, because I didn't deserve it, because I was a queer person.
Right.
The only thing I wish for kids is that they don't end up like I did when I was in high school. Because the more and more we talk about how disgusting the queer community is and how terrible they are for children, the closer and closer.
If the queer community or the rainbow activists just settle down, we
Right.
were fine 3 years ago. Nobody cared.
Nobody gave
It
a
was
fuck.
over.
Nobody cares.
Now they got to create a useful purpose for their mission, these organizations. So they indoctrinate, force feed it to you. And then people go, well, that's too much. I don't like this anymore. No, thank you.
Queer youth get to thinking that their life should be over now. That there is no place for them in the world.
Right.
There is no place for half support. There is no place for performative allyship.
I'm not trying to be funny, and I don't mean to be rude, but this person has mentioned some sort of self-harm or offing themselves at least half a dozen times in all of these different dramatic scenarios. But I see they're still here making TikToks.
And there is absolutely no place.
I genuinely think that people don't realize how deeply microaggressions and
This guy.
misgendering affect trans people in like every facet of life. So
Again, that's a you problem, isn't it? Kind of don't care about your microaggression issue. You can't even define them, and as you define them today, they'll be different a week from now. So the rest of us have just said, we tried, we were fine 3 years ago, but you pushed it too hard, and now we're like, okay, I can't, I'm
What the
checking
fuck?
out on
Can't keep
caring
up.
about you.
You can't
Even
keep up.
trying to be nice. Just want to not be engaged with you.
here's the tiny example. I auditioned/interviewed for this film intensive, and one of the things I talked about in my interview was being a gender fluid actor and wanting to find affirmative spaces to tell queer narratives. One of the administrators who has her pronouns in her email signature pushes me on to the final round with this email that misgenders me 3 different.
On a sidebar, I just moved across the country. I'm in a very, very liberal state right now, dealing with different individuals as I try and, work my way through setting up some sort of a foundation here on the East Coast. And I saw for the first time in my life somebody that I have email communication with that has their pronouns in their emails. He, him. Nice. Nice touch.
Well, your name is James. You look male. So it takes some time for these people in the theater who are on your team, man. So James isn't happy that
This motherfucker is mad because the people in his own clique misgendered him. And he doesn't want to keep that in-house. He wants all us not allies to hear about it.
the theater crowd mispronounced the person, but expects me to get it right. Come on, man. Come on.
Come on, man.
My pronouns are in my email signature, my Zoom name, my resume, my application, and on my film reel. So I respond cordially and I add this. Before I've even met anyone for this final interview, I've had to correct an administrator in front of her boss, and I've already had to be...
Yeah, you're not getting the job. They're going to make sure to sabotage you. So they may give you the job, but no one there likes you. They didn't do it on purpose. Again, they don't care about you. This is not that hard.
on the defense defending my own identity. This just creates an awkward power dynamic that could have been completely avoided. And depending on this person's response, it can either be a non-issue or it puts me at a major disadvantage.
Yeah, the whole thing is awkward. You having to do this when you're not expecting, when people see your face, for them to go, that's a man. Now, you may identify differently. Your name's James. You didn't put Shirley. And I look at you. And we're doing an email here. So it's pretty easy to go, James, male, James, male. Even people in the theater are getting it wrong. So that must be telling you something.
You know what he looks like to me? Is it he, they, them? What the whole scenario, what the thing looks like to me is like I grew up in the 80s, early 90s. Like, I think of him at Stunning and Brave. I think of this Stunning and Brave individual as like the lead singer for a heavy metal group, a hair band. What do they call him? I don't know, Poison or Bon Jovi or Def Leppard or something like that. That's how I see them.
Is something cis people just do not deal with. And it's also really easy to get someone's pronouns right, especially when you're typing them out.
No, it's not. I look at James right here. I see the name James. I see the image. I'm trying to hire the person. I say male. Just instinctually. Now, if they, them is a pronoun, it's going to be tough, right? Now, these are leftists in the theater.
Getting it fucking wrong.
That's still not good enough.
Getting it wrong.
We got a problem here, my friends. If you haven't already, go to any of the links below that aren't YouTube. Follow me there. Ideally locals. You like the videos. You want to support the videos. Check them out. Thank you.
Yep. Definitely worth the watch. Love some Odins Men. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see every time I got some new shit coming, because I'm real scatterbrained. I be somewhere everywhere all the time, and the more videos I make, the more I'm liable to just throw up random videos about random shit. So if you're random like I'm random, hit the bell. We'll be random together. Anyway, I appreciate y'all, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.